Have you ever been told that masturbation is harmless, even healthy? That part is true. But what almost no one tells you is this: what you do in the minutes after self-pleasure can quietly damage your body, raise your risk for infections, and even undo all the benefits you thought you were giving yourself. For women over 50, these mistakes are far more common and far more dangerous than you might imagine. This message comes from years of guiding women through menopause, hormone shifts, and intimate wellness. It's about offering honest, compassionate, and medically sound advice so you can embrace this stage of life with strength and confidence. Here's the paradox: masturbation can be one of the most powerful tools for stress relief, circulation, and even hormone balance in women after menopause. Yet, if you fall into just one of 5 very common habits immediately afterward, you may be creating dryness, irritation, or even long-term intimate health problems without realizing it. That's why it's so important to understand the 5 things you should never do after masturbation. These aren't myths or old wives' tales. They come from real experience and careful research designed to protect your health. And you'll want to pay close attention because number 3 is something nearly every woman overlooks, and it may be the silent reason intimacy feels uncomfortable as you age. Before we begin, take a moment to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you'll never miss another video created especially for women over 50. And if you find this information helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and share how we can make these lessons even more valuable for you. Let's start with the first mistake many women make. It may seem small, even harmless in the moment, but skipping this step can leave your body vulnerable in ways most people don't realize. The very first thing you should never do after masturbation is neglect proper cleanup. Never skip cleaning up properly. This is one of the most common mistakes, often made out of habit or simple exhaustion. After your body releases, after that wave of calm washes over you, it's tempting to just roll over, close your eyes, or move on without another thought. That feeling is understandable, but here's why that moment matters more than you might think. When you climax, blood rushes to your tissues, your skin becomes warmer, and your vaginal pH shifts temporarily. It's a delicate window where your body is more open and more vulnerable to bacteria and yeast. Skipping cleanup isn't just about leftover moisture. It can mean irritation that lingers for days, or worse, it can set the stage for urinary tract or vaginal infections, which become more common as we age. After menopause, with lower estrogen levels, the protective barrier inside the vagina becomes thinner, meaning your body can't fight off bacteria as easily as before. What might have been harmless in your 30s can now cause burning, itching, or discomfort that steals your peace of mind. This doesn't mean you need harsh soaps or aggressive scrubbing. In fact, that's the last thing you should do. Many women accidentally cause irritation not from intimacy itself, but from using harsh chemicals in the name of cleanliness. What your body needs at this moment is gentleness, a splash of warm water, maybe a mild fragrance-free cleanser if you prefer, and the reassurance that you've restored balance to that sensitive space. Think of it not just as hygiene, but as an act of care. It's a way of telling your body, thank you for what you gave me. Now I'll protect you. Remember, it's not just about your body. Your hands, your toys, anything that's been part of the experience deserves the same care. A quick rinse or wipe isn't enough. Bacteria can linger on surfaces and lead to irritation later, especially when your tissues are more delicate after menopause. Cleaning up is not about shame. It's not about erasing what happened. It's about honoring the experience, closing it with love and respect for yourself. Just as you brush your teeth after a meal or wash your face before bed, this is about finishing the ritual in a way that protects your health and your dignity. So never skip cleaning up properly. It may feel small, but it protects you in ways you can't always see. When you begin to view aftercare as part of pleasure itself, it transforms from a chore into a moment of love for yourself. But here's something even more surprising. Even if you clean up the right way, what you put on your body immediately afterward can undo that protection. That's why the second mistake is so important, and many women make it without realizing the damage it causes. Never rush back into tight clothes. Many women finish, clean up, and then immediately slip into jeans, leggings, or snug underwear as if nothing happened. It feels normal because the world teaches women to keep moving, to return to their routines quickly, to treat pleasure as a quick break rather than something meaningful. But what you wear right after self-pleasure matters far more than you think, especially after 50. When you climax, your body is warm, your circulation is heightened, and your skin, especially around intimate areas, is more sensitive than usual. Sliding back into tight jeans, leggings, or synthetic underwear traps heat and moisture against your skin, creating the perfect environment for bacteria and yeast to grow. What might feel fine in the moment can turn into irritation, itching, or even an infection later. And since estrogen levels are lower after menopause, your tissues are thinner and less resilient, so it takes very little friction, heat, or pressure to cause lasting discomfort. Instead of rushing, give your body permission to breathe. Choose loose cotton clothing, a soft robe, or simply rest under a blanket without underwear for a little while. This freedom allows your skin to cool and dry naturally, helping your body recover. It's not about being fragile, it's about being wise. Even emotionally, this makes a difference. Soft, comfortable clothes help extend that peaceful afterglow. They remind you that pleasure isn't a detour, it's something worth honoring. Treat these quiet moments as part of your self-respect and self-love. When you do, you'll find that aftercare becomes an essential part of feeling whole. Even when you clean up properly and give your body a chance to breathe, there's another form of care that many women forget, one that doesn't come from the outside but from within. Never ignore hydration and aftercare. This one often surprises women because it seems so simple. After an intimate moment, when your body feels relaxed and your muscles loosen, it feels natural to drift into rest. But the truth is, your body has just worked hard, even if it didn't feel like a workout. It deserves replenishment. Just like you wouldn't finish a long walk without reaching for water, you shouldn't end self-pleasure without giving your body what it needs to recover. During arousal and orgasm, your body loses more than you realize: sweat, secretions, and even a temporary shift in blood flow that leaves your tissues more sensitive. Ignoring hydration can leave you feeling drained, fatigued, or even contribute to vaginal dryness later in the day. For women over 50, this is even more important. As estrogen declines, the body holds less moisture overall. Many women experience dryness and irritation and turn to creams or lubricants, but often overlook the simplest solution: hydration from within. Keep a glass of water nearby and drink after your private time. You'll notice a difference not only in comfort but in energy and mood. In addition, you can support your body by applying a gentle, fragrance-free vaginal moisturizer once or twice a week. This helps restore balance, prevent irritation, and keep tissues soft. Think of it as nurturing your body from both inside and out. When you combine hydration with mindful aftercare, you create lasting comfort instead of short-lived release. And it's more than just physical care, it's emotional, too. Taking a few minutes to drink water, breathe deeply, and care for your body sends a message to yourself that your pleasure is not just about release. It's about renewal. It's saying, I'm worth tending to. I'm worth protecting. Turning aftercare into a small ritual can shift how you see your body, not as something to manage, but as something to love. Never ignore hydration and aftercare. A glass of water, a touch of moisturizer, a few moments to breathe, these small acts can transform how you feel and how your body responds. But even if you hydrate and rest, there's one more trap that quietly robs you of the peace and healing your body deserves. Never fall asleep in a stressful state. Many women assume that climax automatically leads to rest, that the body relaxes and the mind follows. But that isn't always true, especially after 50. You might find that your body relaxes, yet your thoughts keep racing. Stress doesn't vanish with release, sometimes, it lingers quietly beneath the surface. This matters more than most realize. The hormones released during orgasm can calm the nervous system, but their benefits fade quickly if your mind stays restless. Imagine lighting a candle while leaving the windows open. The flame flickers out. That's what happens when you climax but carry your worries into bed. After midlife, sleep itself becomes more delicate. Hormonal changes bring hot flashes, restless nights, or early waking. Adding stress makes restful sleep even harder. That's why giving yourself just a few moments after self-pleasure to truly relax is so important. Take slow breaths. Feel your heart rate settle. Let your muscles soften. These aren't luxuries, they're the final step of your body's release cycle. Letting your mind unwind completes what your body started. It's also an emotional reset. Instead of guilt or overthinking, choose gratitude. Tell yourself, I gave myself care tonight. I deserve peace. That small mental shift changes everything. So never fall asleep in a stressful state. Give yourself permission to slow down, breathe, and truly let go. And now, the final and most powerful lesson. Never carry guilt or shame into tomorrow. This is the mistake that damages not your body, but your spirit. Too many women, especially those who grew up with silence or judgment around female pleasure, still carry a voice inside that says, you shouldn't have done that. But that voice is wrong. Guilt doesn't protect you, it harms you. When you feel shame, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol, and that chemical imbalance weakens your immune system, disturbs sleep, and disrupts the very hormones that keep you healthy and comfortable. Carrying guilt doesn't just hurt your heart, it hurts your body. You must understand that pleasure is not dirty, selfish, or wrong. It's a natural part of your wellness. When you release shame, you allow your body to relax, your circulation to improve, and your hormones to balance. Think of it this way, pleasure is not something you have to apologize for, it's a gift your body still offers you, even after menopause. It's proof that you are alive, vibrant, and capable of connection. So never carry guilt or shame into tomorrow. Replace those thoughts with new ones. This is healthy. This is mine. This is good for me. Let that affirmation take root. Each of these lessons connects to something bigger, your long-term health, confidence, and peace of mind. Never skip cleaning up properly, never rush back into tight clothes, never ignore hydration and aftercare, never fall asleep in a stressful state, and never carry guilt or shame into tomorrow. These aren't just tips, they're acts of self-respect. When you treat your private moments not as secrets to hide, but as rituals to honor, something beautiful happens. You rediscover your body's wisdom, your strength, and your right to joy. Pleasure after 50 isn't fading, it's blossoming into its most powerful form yet.